Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be doing some more Ferocious Cup practice. I posted on Twitter asking for battles, and I got a bunch of, I think I got like 8 battles in or something like that, so we're going to take a look at them. Blind to me, but that's quite alright. So we are going to go in. I'm going to lead with Barbarrel, then have Umbreon and Alolan Ninetales in the back. So not a great matchup for me at all. I probably should have. I meant to switch to Alolan Ninetales just because I feel it's like a little bit safer. Unless people come in with like Lairon, even if someone comes in with Skuntank, it's still okay-ish. And then I'm gonna hit another Last Resort. Fortunately, these Last Resort is not strong enough to even put any shield pressure onto Alolan Ninetales, which is fine. And then I think I come in with Barbarrel. And Psyshock. I should be able to Water Gun down, but I'm going to take a lot of damage along the way. And I'm going to switch immediately. And he switches immediately as well into Barbarrel. So either way, on the back end, it would have been pretty tough for me. Unless I somehow like gained switch advantage, which would have been pretty tough. So, by the way, yeah, this is a decent. I just need to hit one more charm, so I decide to. I debatably could have not shielded this. That probably would have been better for me. But like this Minun has like way too much energy. So, and even if I hit the surf there, it doesn't really matter. So, GG. So Holden takes game number 1. I gotta get like Figaro. I'm gonna try out Lairon as well. Alolan Sandslash is interesting. A lot of really interesting picks. All right, we're gonna come in with Skuntank, Alolan Ninetales, and Umbreon, and let's see how we do. So he's lagging a little bit, so we're good now. I actually have no idea how this matchup went beforehand. I know the poison jabs are resisted, but Nidoking is also very glassy. These Earth Powers and Earthquakes probably one-shot me, so I'm going to shield. And I think he lags like a little bit there. And then I go for the crunch. I think it actually ends up in a CMP tie. So a little unfortunate that he lagged in the back. Because it should have been a CMP tie. Let me see. So I'm going to go for the Flamethrower. But I should have went crunch, to be honest, because it still would have did a lot. But in case he didn't shield, and I probably could have got to the second one. So I could no, it's not CMT. I went in 2 shields against Nidoking, but unlikely he would probably have me burn. I don't know. I went in 2 shields, but so I clearly had the advantage coming out of there. So I switched out into Umbreon as a risky play in case he had the Alolan Ninetales in the back, but I wanted to build up a little bit of energy if he did, but he had Minun in the back. And I would have ended up in the lead situation and with like 57 health left, which would have been enough for me to get off another charge move against whatever would come in, and then I had Umbreon in the back anyway, so I would have been fine. So I'm gonna shield, and then hoping to get off this crunch, or not crunch, foul play, and I'm able to take game number 2. So GG. I certainly had an advantage there. I'm not gonna lie there, but I think I still would have been okay in the lead situation. He obviously could have went 2 for 1, if that's possible, where I use 2 shields and then feint him down, I guess? I don't know. Anyways, we're on to our next match. And gonna lead Barbarrel. I'm gonna do a video. Well, let me know if you want me to do a video on Vaporeon with Last Resort or Barbarrel. There's certainly trade-offs. Vaporeon is tankier, but Barbarrel does have the superior moveset. But its typing helps and hurts it. It certainly helps in like the Alolan Marowak matchup, helps in the Lanoon matchup, and he's going to switch to Suicune, which is an interesting switch. And I have no idea why I went for Hyperfang. Actually, no, I do, because it's Suicune. Okay, it's a Suicune. That's why I went for Hyperfang. Anyways, I'm going to come into with Umbreon. He's going to Bubble Beam me. And I'm just going to farm a little bit. I probably should have fired off, to be honest, because I'm going to get Bubble Beamed again. So this is ends up pretty brutal. So good thing Umbreon is not really meant for its attack stat anyway. So he gets a shield. And then I'm going to hit one more before another Bubble Beam or Hydro Pump comes through. And you'll see how little that did. That's crazy. All right, I'm not going to shield. I can survive a Hydro Pump at this health. And you just choose the Bubble Beam again. I'm going to switch out into Ninetales. I read the switch. I'm going to shield, and then I'm just going to try to feint down from this point. And feel pretty good. There you go. And here comes Umbreon. And this Ice Beam actually does a ton of damage. So I'm going to shield. Foul play. And I should be okay. Because Ice Beam is going to do a ton. And even if he hits me with the Last Resort, there I would still be able to survive. A foul play I'd still be able to survive. It would have to KO with me a Last Resort. So I take game number 1 in this. Umbreon and Alolan Ninetales are just so good in this cup. They don't really, they kind of complement each other. Sure. So I'm going to have Suicune in the back. I think I slightly play this matchup. So anyways, I'm going to go Minun into man, what's this Pokemon called again? Oh man, okay, Heatmore. I was like, Heatran. No, that's not it. Heatmore. Switches out into Umbreon, which is interesting. I'm gonna switch out into Alolan Ninetales, looking to farm down, and hits me with the charge move. It's gonna be perfectly fine. Obviously, his Heatmore is gonna be able to generate a ton of energy in the back, which is not gonna be great for me. So I want this Umbreon to do as much damage to me as possible, but clearly wants to farm down, but doesn't want me to have too much health. So it's a really intelligent play on my opponent's side, because this Heatmore is just absolutely going to farm. Yeah, really good play on my opponent's side. And I think I slightly misplay. I am going to go for the discharge. And I'm trying to switch right away just because I don't want to get farmed up anymore. But man, this Thunder Punch would definitely KO me. And I would love to try to KO this Heatmore, but these Fire Spins are actually doing quite a bit of damage now, just because he's gone through so many power punches. And then with the Alolan Ninetales, this is where I make a mistake. I go for the Hydro Pump first. I really should have went. I really should have went Bubble Beam first, and then gone for Hydro Pump, just because I would have been able to reduce the attack, and then survive just a little bit longer, and then spares me at least a little bit there. It definitely just charmed down at that point in time. But if I would have been able to hit the bubble beam first, then go for the hydro pump, knowing the hydro pump doesn't KO, that's probably would have been my play. But GG regardless. I think there's like a little bit of back and forth. I can't remember this one. We'll see. So going to lead Skunk Tank, and then have Alolan Ninetales and Umbreon in the back. So like, not a great matchup for me because it resists these poison jabs, and its Fire Spin are getting neutral damage. But this Crunch would also do a ton of damage. A shield does come up, which I'm okay with. And then here comes the Bone Club. And there's not really much of a point for me to play at this match. I'd rather just give it up, take the shield advantage, knowing that this is the Alolan Ninetales counter. I feel pretty comfortable taking it out. It's in Bone Club. I probably could have farmed up a little bit more because it's not like these Bone Clubs are doing that much, but I only have 2 Pokemon left, so I'm just gonna Last Resort and hit it with Last Resort, which is probably a good move on my side. And I think this is a Crunch Bait. It is, but that's all right. And I'm gonna go for it. Oh, and it make really nice switch on my opponent's side because this Foul Play definitely did way more damage, and I would be able to like not even have to get hit by a charge move. I think I end up just tanking whatever this charge move is. It ends up being Thunder Punch, which doesn't do that much. And I'm like 1 charm away, and the charm just auto deletes it. And then there's a Skunk Tank in the back. And to be honest, I could no shield or shield. Ends up being a Sludge Bomb, but I'm quite alright. I'm a little bit low on health, so a little bit of risky play on my side. The safer play for sure. I don't know if the safer play because I could get hit by another charge move, but likely I would be able to just faint down with charms and take that first matchup. Yeah, I'm not in love with Suicune, to be honest, but yeah, we'll see. It's good. It just like requires a lot of like finesse play, which I'm like okay at, but so I'm in a bad lead scenario, so I'm gonna switch out into Alolan Ninetales. Here comes Skunk Tank. And then I'm gonna go for this Psybeam, which actually would do a decent chunk of damage if went through. It doesn't. And I am definitely chunking away. I think my opponent could have fainted down, to be honest, and that probably would have been the slightly better play. But I'm okay with this. I lose switch advantage, but I do gain a shield. I got a Sludge Bomb, which actually hurt a lot, but it also prevented 2 crunches, which is okay too. And then I'm gonna go for the Surf, which would do a lot of damage to this Alolan Raichu, and then I could come in with Umbreon, and then I have like a 2 shield advantage. So really, like I don't have to play this like too crazy, and it should be all right. Let's see if this is a Hyper Fang. Ends up being a Hyper Fang, and I'm gonna go for the Last Resort again. And with a shield, it's probably a Crunch Bait. At least that's what I would do. And I'm looking just to be able to get to 2, but I think I slightly miscounted. Yeah, It's counted by 1. And this Alone Raichu doesn't have that much energy farm, so it should be perfectly okay. All right. Lost the lead, but still was able to come back, especially if people don't have like a hard Ninetales counter, a low Ninetales counter, then it's like a decent switch in. At least you can draw a shield, potentially. So, all right. I think this is where we play a little bit of tag. So I don't know who I go in with, but there was like, did this matchup go through? I can't remember. And it's going to go up against Riley from North Carolina. So in this matchup, it's okay. Like I think it's like a CMP tie. Most people are carrying Brick Break, Wild Charge. Wild Charge. Actually, I don't know what's more energy efficient. That's a good question. I'm gonna switch out. I can just eat multiple of these and it'll be fine. So yeah, Wild Charge is still more energy efficient than Brick Break. And I forget what I do here. I'm just gonna go for this Psyshock. Kind of really wish I went for the Ice Beam though. Actually no, I get the shield anyways. And then do I get one more off? It does not look like it. I could have went for the Psyshock, but it's quite alright. I'm gonna switch out into Umbreon. This Patrice is pretty tanky. It's gonna be able to take a lot of these moves. But I'm up 2 shields to 0. I do have to be careful of like Thunder Punch baits. He goes for the Thunderbolt. Nice play. And I'm going to hit the Foul Play. And we both switch at the same time. I really shouldn't have shielded this just because I could have survived it. But I'm going to go for the Discharge, which he just ends up tanking. And I think I just let this go through. Even though this is a Wild Charge, I'd still be able to survive. And then here comes Pachirisu. Debate between shielding and not. End up shielding just because I know I can finish off this match with this Thunderbolt from Minun to Pachirisu and able to take it out. GG. So we take game number 1 in that matchup. And now on to game number 2. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, let's see. Double electric is kind of dangerous for me, so I'm going to bring no waters to this matchup. And see how it goes. All right, Riley, what's taking so long? I think this is the last match. Oh, sorry, actually, I probably should go back. Okay. Got a little impatient there, waiting for him to lock in the team. Okay, anyways, leading Skunk Tank into Umbreon. I think I make a slight mistake. Well, not a mistake necessarily. I shield, and it's Last Resort, which is fine by me. I end up missing some bubbles on Flamethrower. Just terrible. Absolutely terrible. This is where Sludge Bomb would definitely come in handy. That Stab Sludge Bomb would be more energy efficient than Flamethrower for sure. And I just go for another Flamethrower. And I just come into a Alolan Ninetales hoping to faint it down. And I go Psyshock onto this Torkoal. I know this Torkoal takes forever to build up energy, so I'm looking to hit it as much as I can, potentially burn a shield. I do not. Comes Overheat, and I can't remember. I think I farmed down with my Skunk Tank. Yeah, Skunk Tank. So I want to build up as much energy as I can. And I go for Crunch. And I switch out into Umbreon, looking to gain as much of a health advantage as possible. And I think I do shield here. And I don't want this Umbreon to hit me with another charge move, so I decide to feint it there or put shield pressure on. And pretty straightforward matchup from here. Just need to hit 2 foul plays. Even this Thunderbolt, like 2 Thunderbolts won't be enough. So I hit the first foul play, which is going to put this Pachirisu at pretty low health. And then 1 more to finish the job, and that's a GG. So this team, I didn't really use, well, not GG because he says 1 more shield. But I'm going to hit it anyways. I didn't really use Suicune that much. I like the rest of the team. I might consider like a hard counter, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm going to leave it there. If you guys like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let me know what Team 6 you want me to try out for the Ferocious Cup. And I'll see everyone in the next video.